Beginning standing, rooting both feet firmly into the ground, lengthening on inhale through top or crown of head, bringing both palms to heart center, taking an even breath, air entering and exiting through nostrils. On your inhale, lift the palms and gaze overhead. Exhale, bend to fold forwards. Lift halfway on the inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank position, travel high to low on exhale. Inhale, expand the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips away from hands, downward facing dog. Plant both hands firmly into the ground. Draw the belly in and up towards the spine. Relax shoulders from the ears. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look ahead, travel to top of mat. Lift halfway up on inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale to standing, exhale palms to heart. Inhale again, look up, exhale fold forwards. Inhale halfway, exhale plant the hands, step back to plank, travel high to low on exhale. Inhale upward facing dog, exhale back downward facing dog. Make sure you find lots of length in the spine. Maybe that means the knees bend slightly. Still rooting firmly through both palms, into the fingertips. On your next inhale, lift the right leg skyward and pulse the right knee into chest or nose. Inhale, lengthen right leg. Exhale, pulse right knee into chest or nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, lengthen again. Open the hip, right hip over the left, keeping the shoulders level to the ground. And then send the right foot to top of mat. Keep the left heel lifted. Come up on inhale, the high lunge. Right knee stays over the ankle. On the exhale, interlace or bind the fingers behind back, rolling the shoulder blades up and back together, gazing up if you like. On your next inhale, interlace all fingers above the head with the pointer fingers. Exhale, extend the pointer fingers away from you, down towards the ground. Try to keep the belly lifted from the thigh. As you inhale, lift the hands and arms back up. On exhale, release both hands to frame the front right foot. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, expand the chest, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Nice lengthened spine, tailbone remains high. On the next inhale, the left leg lifts skyward. Exhale, pulse the left knee in towards chest. Inhale the lengthened leg. Exhale, pulse it in. Inhale the lengthen once more. Exhale, pulse in. Draw the shoulders over wrists. Inhale the lengthened leg. Open up that left hip over right, bending the left knee. And exhale, send the left foot to top of mat. Lift the right heel, send both arms up, high lunge. On your exhale, release all the fingers behind, interlacing the fingers, binding. Shoulder blades come together behind back. Gaze up if that's okay for neck. On your inhale, interlace all fingers together above the head with the pointers, releasing the pointers on the exhale towards the ground, lengthening head to heel, trying to keep the belly from resting on the thigh. On your inhale, you'll lift arms back up, and then exhale both hands back down to frame the left foot. Find your way back to plank position, travel high to low on exhale. Inhale, expand the chest, engage inner thighs. Exhale, back downward facing dog. On your next inhale, send the right leg skyward, bend the right knee, open it over the right hip. And then swing that right foot to the top of mat, dropping the left heel into warrior two. Right knee bending over the ankle, gaze over the front right hand. On your inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, right hand away from you and towards the right shin as left arm comes skyward into triangle. Keep the kneecaps lifted. On your inhale, reverse that triangle, lengthening right arm skyward. And then exhale, bend the right knee into warrior two again. On your next exhale, lower the right elbow towards right thigh or right hand towards the ground as you send left arm overhead, side angle, Parsvakonasana. On your exhale, plant the left hand to the ground under left shoulder. Inhale, open right arm, twisting your lunge. Hug the right inner thigh into chest. On exhale, release both hands if you need to open back up to side plank. Left wrist stays rooted under left shoulder. You can keep both feet at the end of the mat, one knee to the mat for more support, or if balanced, grab your right leg or toe, lift it skyward. Exhale back to your plank position, travel high to low. Inhale up into upward dog and exhale back downward dog. Even breath through the nose. On your next inhale, lift the left leg, bending left knee to open the hip. And then swing left foot to the top of mat, drop the right heel, inhale up to warrior two. On your next inhale, straighten the left leg, exhale left hand away from you, down to the left shin, inhale right arm skyward. Lengthen your torso, allowing head to travel away from the hips. Keep both legs straight, inhale up to a reversed triangle, right hand to right thigh, left arm skyward on inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee into warrior two again, gazing over front hand. And releasing then that left hand towards the ground or left elbow to thigh. Inhale, right arm open overhead. Exhale, release right hand to the ground under right shoulder. Inhale, left arm open, twisted lunge. Then release that left hand to the ground. Make sure right hand's planted under right shoulder. Step both feet back to a plank position. Again, any plank you like, both feet to the end, one knee for support. Or if balanced, use your left fingers to wrap around the left toes, lifting left leg skyward. Keep the belly drawn in and hips lifted. On your exhale, return back to the plank position. Travel high to lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, hips away from hands, downward dog. On your next exhale, bend the knees, look ahead, jump to the top of mat. Lift halfway up on inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, look up. Exhale, palms to heart. On your next inhale, take a large step with your right foot back to your right side, bringing both feet parallel to each other and wider than the hips. Bringing hands to the hips, you'll exhale, bending from the hips to fold forward. You can keep the hands connected to the hips, drop them to the ground, leaning the weight forwards a little bit to open backs of legs. If your head can comfortably touch the ground, you might use the hands to wrap around the ankles or feet or shins, drawing your upper body towards the lower body. Looking for nice length in the backs of legs, a high tailbone. When you're ready, draw the hands back to the mat. Inhale, press up halfway, bring the right hand under right shoulder. Inhale, left arm skyward. You can keep the left hand lifted or drop it behind the back to open left shoulder further. Exhale, release left hand to the ground. Plant the left hand under left shoulder. Inhale, open right arm. Again, keeping it lifted or dropping behind the back. And slowly unwind, release right hand to the ground. Well, then on your next inhale, bring the heels in and toes out, keeping the knees or legs at a 90-degree angle, knees over the ankle. Draw both arms out to a T. Allow the right arm to cross underneath the left arm at the elbow, sending the elbows away and hands lifted into eagle arms. On your exhale, slowly draw the elbows in, rounding the back, drawing elbows towards the belly, opening space behind shoulder blades. Inhale, back up, lifting upper body, unwinding the arms, and then winding left arm under right, crossing at the elbows. Elbows come away from the body, hands lift skyward. And again, slowly you'll exhale, bringing elbows in towards the belly, rounding or folding, opening shoulder blades. As you inhale up, you'll lift the upper body, unwind the arms to a T, straighten the legs on the inhale. Turn to face the top of your mat or space, straightening both legs, and exhaling to pyramid pose, folding over the left leg. Both toes are facing forwards or towards top of space. Then exhale, bend the left knee, set the right knee down to the mat, and lift the right foot towards the ceiling or sky, lift the upper body, and use the right hand to grab or wrap around the right foot, bringing a stretch to the front right quad, hip. And as you exhale, release both hands to the ground, step up to a standing forward fold. Step back the left foot into two straight legs, pyramid pose, folding over the right leg. Both toes face directly forwards. On your exhale, bend the right knee, set the left knee down. Again, you'll lift the left foot towards the ceiling. Lift the upper body, seeing if you can grab the left hand around left foot, relaxing the glutes a little bit. And you'll exhale, releasing both hands to the ground. Find your way back to a plank, travel high to low. Next inhale, expands the chest. Exhale, back downward facing dog. On your next exhale, softly set the knees down to the ground or mat under the hips. Bring the wrist under the shoulders. Take 3 cat-cows, allowing the chest to expand on inhale and the back to round on exhale, opening the space behind back. Take 1 more. On the next exhale, drop the elbows down to the ground underneath the shoulders, clasping or interlacing the fingers. Curl the toes under, lift the hips into downward facing dog position with the legs. If you're comfortable here, you'll remain in dolphin pose with the tailbone high and legs straight. If otherwise it's best, you'll soften down to the knees, untuck the toes, release the bottom to the heels in child's pose or balasana. Or if it's in your practice and only if comfortable, you can find your way up to a headstand, allowing the belly to draw into the spine for support, making sure that most of your weight is in your arms, 80 or 85% in the arms, only 15 or so in the head. Feel free to remain in headstand for a moment. It might be in dolphin pose or child's pose. Completing whichever pose you're in for another breath or so. Taking a long inhale and a long exhale. Well, then slowly find your way back to a tabletop position. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. On your inhale, lengthen head away from tailbone. Exhale, C-curve to your right, looking towards the toes. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, looking to left side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, C-curve right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, C-curve left. As you come back to a neutral tabletop position, you'll cross the ankles or legs and come over into a seated position. From here, you'll draw the soles of feet together and pull the feet in towards the groin with the hands. You can sit up nice and tall, lengthening through top of head. And if comfortable, you'll bend from the hips to fold over the legs. Allow any amount of opening in the hips. If your elbows reach your shins or thighs, you can gently press with the elbows into the legs towards the ground. And keep the shoulders relaxed. As you inhale back up to a seated position, draw the knees in towards each other. Keep the sit bones rooted into the mat. Keeping the low back firm, draw the belly into the spine. Lift the knees or legs into boat pose, Navasana. You can keep the knees bent or legs straight, the hands connected or released. Nice V-like shape with the body, nice firm low back. Breath in and out through the nose. Focus keeping the breath smooth and even. One more breath. On the exhale, release the feet back down to the ground. From here, you'll just lie down on the back and prepare for reclining pigeon pose. So lifting the right foot, bringing the right foot or shin across the body, across the left thigh. Feeling a bit of resistance. You can keep the hands connected to the knee or foot or leg, or just relax them to the ground. You can keep the left heel connected to ground, or lift the heel or pull it closer to the body or skyward to bring a deeper stretch in the thigh. Try to hold in one place, feeling just that little bit of resistance, not pushing too much, not too little. Maintaining a nice smooth breath. From here, you'll release the right foot back to the ground and switch legs, bending the left knee, bringing the left foot across the right thigh. Again, keeping the right foot to the ground or lifting it skywards. Finding one place of resistance and just holding in that place, trying not to move if possible. And slowly, as you're ready, you'll release both feet back to the ground, bringing soles of feet to the ground and hands to the ground. lifting the hips and bottom into bridge pose. You'll keep the hands connected to the ground or interlace all 10 fingers underneath. The knees are over the ankles, the inner thighs squeezed together. If you're comfortable, you'll lift one leg at a time, still keeping a lift through hips and bottom. If lifting one leg, you'll make sure to set that leg down and lift the opposite leg. Keep that lift through the hips and bottom. On your exhale, slowly release the bottom to the ground. Pull the knees into the chest. Just rock side to side to massage the low back. And then for a deeper reclining twist, you'll cross the left leg over the right leg and then allow both legs to come to the right side of body or towards the ground. You can softly turn your gaze towards the left side and just release, relax the upper body towards the ground. You can allow the body to do the twisting on its own, or you can use that right hand and just press it a little bit against the left thigh, bringing the left thigh or legs towards the ground. When you unwind, just bring both knees back into the chest to stabilize the spine. And when you feel ready to switch sides, the right leg would cross over left for a deeper twist, and the legs softly turn to the left side of body towards the ground. The gaze turns opposite the knees or towards the right. Again, you can allow the body to lay just as it fell, or you can use the left hand and bring a bit of resistance on top of that right thigh, pressing the leg toward the ground just a little bit. Take a full breath through the twist. On the exhale, you'll unwind. Again, you'll pull the knees back into the chest to neutralize one more time. And just release the soles of feet down to the ground. This time, bring the soles of feet in towards each other, allowing the knees to splay out. As you find a place to relax, you'll allow the knees to widen, soles of feet to gently come together, placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. If the hand on the belly or chest feels uncomfortable, feel free to set the hands out to your sides, relaxing them, finding any place you feel most comfortable, most relaxed. As you take a few moments to just allow the body to completely release any control, relaxing the muscles, letting go of control over the breathing, just simply lying, allowing the air to enter and exit through the nose with ease. Should you notice any tension in body, try to allow that tension to pass on the next exhale. Maybe on your inhale, you bring that tension into the mind, acknowledge it. On the exhale, try to really release, relax that area, at least imagining that the tension is leaving that area. You can continue to relax and quiet, or if it helps you focus, you can pay particular attention to that rise in the belly on inhale and fall in the belly on exhale. When you feel ready, you might just slowly roll over to the right side and lie comfortably for a few moments. And when ready, you'll just, keeping eyes closed if possible, slowly guide yourself up to a seated position, a cross-legged position. Taking just a moment to acknowledge the practice. Acknowledge how your body feels, mind and breath. Remain seated, allowing the hands to relax in the lap, the shoulders to be stacked over the hips. Allowing air to enter and exit through the nostrils. When you're ready, bring the hands to heart center, bowing the head to the hands to acknowledge your practice and self. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.